Anybody ever heard of Columbus? He discovered America, right? America was here when he came. What did he discover? But at that time, he was thinking that the world was flat. You know where he studied and got his information from? The Moors, who were Muslims. He studied science and mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and he studied among the Moors. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, they plotted against the Moors to destroy them, first raping them of their wealth, which was their test. That's when the Crusades came in from everywhere to kill the Muslims, to destroy the Muslims. The Muslims will open up their homes, their hearts, their minds, and they were doing the will of Allah Almighty. And they had the advantage taken of them. But they don't know you can't put out that light. Has anybody been able, it's a sign is this. Has anybody been able to blow the sunlight out? No. That's a sign that no one can blow Allah's light out. That's a sign. That's what that is. If all the people on earth stopped, they wouldn't get past their breath. But Allah Almighty always raised up a people with that light. They're a little wiser. Because the Quran has 6,666 verses in it and 6,666 meanings. Plus some more. Allah said you can't back it up with oceans and oceans and oceans and even more trees writing it. You still cannot write all that Allah Almighty has put in the way of wisdom, which is always unveiling itself, always more meaning, and that meaning is being represented in the person of people.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
We don't know why we're here. Having fear. But Allah is always near Takbir. Once we know we go, we glow, we flow. It's so. What are we waiting for?
Right now.
President? And I love it. But that's just a sign. That's his meaning. He's representing his meaning. What is your meaning? Yes, we have to be supportive. Yes, but there is a greater plan going on behind this. Because just like he's gonna get what he gets to be who he be, so is it for us. Don't you know when one goes to the door, that's a door that's open. We have to be like running backs. Put our neck down and get through that line. Don't even think about it. When that ball is hiked, you don't even think about it, do you? You run for all you got, hitting everything that come in your way. And that's how we have to be. That's what Islam is. It doesn't come here like they say it is. It's a terrorist religion. They don't understand. The Muslims don't even understand. And they fall into that. Yeah, I'm a terrorist. I'm going to blow something else up. Stupid fools. Guess what? Their batteries are going to go out. Their candles and burn down. Because they ain't connected to the AC. Shaitan's kingdom is coming down from east to west, north to south. Why are you thinking you feeling what you feel? You think it's some erratic energy because you drank some coffee or something that's happening among you and in you. On the horizons. But we have to take off both of our shoes like Moses had to take off his shoes. This is holy ground. Take off your ego and take off your humanity so you may see your Lord. You cannot see your Lord with your physical being. But here's the thing. Only the human beings have that ability. Because we are in the image of Allah Almighty. Don't you know within a twinkling of an eye you can change? If you believe enough in that, Allah is to us as we think Allah to be. If you think Allah is just a he said, she said, then Allah is a he said, she said. Now that power is a power with everything on every level. Do you want somebody to always beat you in the head because you beating somebody else in the head? And the harder you beat, the beat comes back on you and the beat goes on. That's why you be knocked out. You be sick. I'm just so sick of these people. No, you sick of you should never let that continue through you. You should be busy with yourself. Training yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. Don't look to the world for your prosperity. Allah says, you change what is in you, I'll change what is out you. The world cannot contain me. I am where you're not looking. Who looks at themselves? We've been trained not to look at ourselves, to hate ourselves. So we don't want to look at ourselves and we don't want to look at each other. But that has to change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You're not looking at it with clear vision. We're not looking at it right. And that's why Allah has to send people among us that's clear. And you have to recognize that. They can't say, it's not good at there for them to say, I am this, I am that, because it messes with their humility. Because only Allah has the power to say, I. Name anything. They just do what they do. If we're wise, we see it, and we jump in line. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ came with so much in his heart, it's still coming out, and that's why Allah ain't sent no more prophets, because even though he's physically out of this world, physically, what was put in his spiritual being, his heart, still coming out from where he is in the grave. We don't understand that though. And Allah says, those who die in the well are not dead, you just don't perceive it. But he's just talking about good people. What about prophets? They're not just good people. They are Allah's messengers to give us our meaning. And it's up for us to say yes, 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 not no. You say no to you say no to everything else.
Yes.
You have to say, oh my Lord, as you like. Yeah, I ain't got no money, I'm about to be thrown out as you like. You have the power to take, you have the power to give. I'm looking to you, oh my Lord. I'm not turning to anyone else. I take my complaint to you. I can't do anything. It's difficult, but if you learn and that's why the whole worship and the training is to train us to look to Allah like we look to our employer, begging him, please give me a raise. I'll do anything. I'll sell my body, my soul, even my children. Just for a little bit of that money. If Musa would have had all the construction companies in the world, they couldn't have done nothing with that Red Sea coming through there and part and build a bridge there or whatever. How long would it take them to do that? How long would it take him to do that? He said, oh my Lord, it is you who give power to your servants. Help us. And he said it with such a depth of belief that the universe, the elements couldn't deny the command. Because at that point, that seed that was being created by Allah Almighty represented its meaning. It had an appearance to part. Every element in the universe has a meaning. Whether you can see it or not. Whether it's physical or spiritual, even a chair.